My name is Kiersten Jordan, and I live now in Greer, South Carolina. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. Myself, my husband, and my two boys, an 8-year-old and a 9-month-old. Originally when we moved, the 9-month-old was not in our family. But we moved from Charleston after my father passed away from a brain tumor to help my mother, who had purchased a house a couple of weeks before my father passed away, and had accepted a job, and she didn't know exactly how she'd be able to do everything on her own, and so we dropped everything in our lives down in Charleston and made Greer our home. And it's been our home for the past almost 2 years. When we got up here, only about 2 months in, we found out we were expecting our now 9-month-old, who has been an absolute blessing. And a couple of weeks after we found out about that blessing, we found out that my mother was going to need a liver and a kidney transplant. When she was at her sickest and also received the transplant was right before the holidays, right before Thanksgiving. She actually had the transplant around November 11th or 12th. She did not have a great first reaction right after the transplant. She had that done in Atlanta, so I had to leave my little family and go back and forth from Atlanta. My husband couldn't work. He had to stay home with the baby and make sure that the 8-year-old got back and forth to school. And as well had to pick up for the holidays and come to Atlanta to bring it to her to keep her spirits high. She slowly started to do better, but with having to go back and forth and me having to stay in Atlanta so much, my husband had to stay out of work, and it created a big financial strain on our family. My husband and I didn't know how we were going to be able to give our boys a good Christmas, especially with it being our littlest's Christmas was his first Christmas. And I called around, and United Way led me to a couple of different places, all of which had already, stopped taking applications. And one of the places they sent me to was Greer Relief. And I called in, and I was, told this is, what we do, and, we think we can help. And I, had some hope for a moment, which was great. And then I came in, and at first I was really embarrassed to me needing to seek that help. And then I met Yvonne, and it was like family, and I didn't feel embarrassed anymore. And I left out a year, and car was all packed to go straight to Atlanta to be with my mom in the hospital. And it was just a sense of relief of knowing that my kids were gonna have a Christmas, and that everything was gonna be okay. If I could say anything about Greer Relief to somebody off the streets, it is that if they need help, or even just, a resource of where to go next to get help, that Greer Relief is probably the best place to go in the Greer area. They truly are there for you. They work with you. They understand that, life happens, and life is not always, sunshine and roses. But they're there to make sure that you can see that light at the end of the tunnel. From Danny at the front, welcoming me, Yvonne, just automatic connection with my boys, and just their family, and the way that seeing them interact with other clients, not just myself, just the Greer Relief, their employees might be a family for themselves, but they're a family for the community. And I truly feel that.